All right, everyone, welcome back for the free-to-play run-up on the Syndicate. Here, we've managed to sell some packs last week, so we've got ourselves $22, which is going to be enough for us to buy the season pass, which opens up a lot of these things here in the hiring hole. Because we are in the street, this is going to be a really good opportunity for us to get some money, hopefully stay probably in the street, do a bunch of tasks for other higher players that are trying to level up their capos. And it really opens us up to be able to then sell a lot of our stats as well. We are prestige, a couple on this one, so we should be able to probably make about $10 a day moving forward for the next couple of weeks. Plan from here is to then get to 60 and buy 4 weeks worth of the pass. So what we're going to go do with our $22 that we've got from selling the rares that we have upgraded is that we're going to buy the season pass plus. So this is $20. It does last for a week. We're going to play with USDC. We do have 22, I believe, in there. It gets us 8 slots. I think we got 22. Hopefully we do, and this one all goes through. All right, perfect. So we do have the season pass now. It gives us 8 more slots a day. That pushes us up to 20 slots. We should be able to give this one a bit of a refresh, and we should be up to 20 slots there for today. Yeah, perfect. All right. I don't think we have quite enough, or we can probably buy one more pack, but we might just save the money that we do have. By buying that pass, what that really opens us up to here is the hiring hall. And this is where we're going to try and make some money in that street league as a free-to-play player. So now we've opened up the hiring hall. One of the things we're going to have a look at is trying to go through and see if there's any good boost jobs. At the moment, there's only one. It's hold a hex there for 3 days. Going to be quite difficult with that muscle and grit. It's not very high, and even a lot of people in the Street League are going to have higher stats than this. Passion's not very high on this one either. This is actually going to be quite difficult. It does give us $4, but we can only take one of these jobs at a time until we have a 90% completion rate. I think it's above 5 or 10 jobs completed, and then we're able to take 2 one at a time. The one thing it does do, though, is let us utilize the capo that we are taking from that boost job. They go into our inventory, make space, and we have to complete these tasks. I think this one's a little bit too difficult with the hold at 3 days. So what else we can do inside the hiring hall is probably have a look at the trainers. So it opens us up to those 20 slots like we said before now. So we can sell those slots. Average price paid is 45 cents. So the main goal for this 1 week is to try and get to $60 USD through doing boost jobs, selling stats, things like that. Maybe the crew leaders might be something we can have a look at in the future. But at the moment, our main goal is to try and get to 60 so we can buy the 4 weeks worth, and then we can start trying to sell stats at the start of the week. If you do own a bunch of high capos and do have the season pass, the max amount of stats that you can buy each week is capped at 105. I'm not too sure if that does go up if with higher prestige or the higher boroughs that you get to go to, but it does mean that there's a lot more demand at the moment. If we look into this tab here at the start of the week, because everyone's trying to buy as much as they can at the start of the week. And as you get to sort of Sunday, maybe even Saturday, everyone's used up their 105 stats that they can buy. And then there's just no demand for it. So it becomes really difficult to try and sell stats. So I think what we really want to be doing as a free to play at the moment, we can see here 45 cents is essentially the floor. And then after that, we go up to 59 cents. So I think what we want to do here is post a job, and we're going to try and sell those stats for probably around about 55 cents. We'll see if we get any takers. Otherwise, we'll definitely have to drop it down before it resets there tomorrow, and we get the fresh 20 stats. But I think the start of the week is probably the best time to be trying to sell stats, and then we'll use some of those stats on some of our capos towards the end of the week. But again, the main goal for this week for me on the free-to-play account here is to try and get to $60 so we can get that 1 week free. We did manage to get a couple of rares when we pulled the pack. So I'm still unsure whether we want to really be trying to upgrade too much of our capos here. I'm not sure if we want to be keeping those rares because that will boost us up into the next league. And at the moment, we are in the promotion zone at 68. It's going to be very tough for us to do a lot of things. So it's going to be tough for us to then be able to take on those jobs where we got to hold a hex for 3 days, or take a bounty if we do move up to Burrow. A lot of the people in Burrow will move up to District. However, it is a much tougher league, and it's much easier here if we look at our dashboard that we can be taking over people. A lot of people still have sort of 3-star greens. There's probably some commons around here as well if we look on the edges. Yeah, a couple of founders. It's just gonna prove me completely wrong. So even though they're not really that strong in street, so I think while we are trying to sort of build up some money, and before we have that push to try and get the promotion into the next league into Burrow, I think we don't want to be taking over too much of this. At the moment, we have the commission with our best capo, but I think we might have to leave these to try and not get boosted up to the next week. Or we can still keep this and make sure that we don't have any of those rares, which means we're going to have to floor them before the end of the week. All right, I think that's where we're sitting at the moment. We've opened up the hiring hall. I'm going to go post some of these, some of my stats to sell. I think we're going to look at about 53 cents. We might actually hang around. I'll pause this for now. We'll jump back in and I'll show you how to sell those stats. So let's have a run through of how you get to sell your stats. So where you want to go is over to Hiring Hall, come over to My Services, and things that you do need to be able to sell the stats is an active season pass, which is what costs us $20, or if you buy 3 for $60, you do get that free week. Prestige 2 or higher, both Discord and Telegram linked in settings. And then you're able to sell these stats. So essentially you post your job, you put up what you want to sell your stats for per stat. So at the moment we put that for 0.0059 sol, which works out to be about 46 cents per stat. We want to train all the stats here and the 3 concurrent hires so we can bank a couple of these in a row. So what we want to do is list my services here. We'll go back and refresh the hiring hall in a second where it says trainers for hire, and we should show up there. So this is our current service that we are offering, which is the 46 cents per upgrade. We've already sold all of our slots today. We sold them yesterday for around about, I think it was about 43 cents in the end. We tried to get it through just before the daily reset so we didn't have to waste any of them. But we have sold these as of today. So where you want to go if you're wanting to buy stats from people, go to trainers for hire and you can go through here. We can see most people here, except for this person is the only one at the moment at 43 cents, which is available to hire for today still. So if you want to get your stats in quick, you're going to have to pay a slightly higher premium. A lot of people are selling them for 37 cents. They do reload the next day. But when you look for the floor, any of the green ones here. So where we're sitting is all in on Web3. The stats do reload tomorrow for 46 cents. There's a few people here. We may have to adjust that and drop it a little bit to make sure we can sell all 20 per day. But this should bank us around about $8 to $10 a day, depending on how many stats we can sell. We can use that to buy some DGen Sunday packs, or also rip some other packs open, try and get some rares to then resell on the marketplace. So that's how you sell your stats. This is going to be our main way of trying to earn some money to try and bolster up our crew so we can jump up to the next league. But at the moment, if we can do this to get to 60, we're going to look at buying that season pass for the full month. All right. See everyone next time with the next update on the free-to-play.